I find with grilled cheese, you're either on one side of the fence or the other. You're either a traditionalist, which is like me, you pretty much just want a regular grilled cheese. I do like to change my cheese up every now and then and maybe add some bacon, but that's about it. Or you like to be crazy and add just ridiculous things to it. I'm gonna be making a apple bacon grilled cheese, and my husband loves it so much, I don't even know how many times I've made it. Personally, the sweetness of the apple just doesn't do it for me, but I do love it with just the cheese and the bacon, so leave the apple off for me. If you do end up making it, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you like the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, links and information are in the description below. First thing you're gonna wanna do is preheat your griddle. I set mine to about 275, 300 and just let it heat up. Next, you're gonna wanna get your bacon ready. You're gonna need 3 slices for each sandwich. My favorite to use is cherry wood, but I couldn't get it this time, so I'm gonna be using just a center cut bacon. I went ahead and cooked mine up in a skillet on the stovetop, but you can cook it up any way you prefer. Now I'm gonna get the apple ready. I'm gonna be using a Honeycrisp, but you can feel free to use whatever your favorite type of apple is. We're gonna go ahead and peel it first. Once I have it peeled, then I'm just going to thinly slice it. It doesn't have to be super thin, but I just start on one side. And I do this for the whole apple. I start with one side. Once I get to about the center, I turn it around so then I keep getting nice full-size slices instead of little slices. This helps cover your bread better. My favorite bread to use when I make it is English toasting sandwich bread. It comes from Walmart, but you could get away with using just regular sourdough or any type of bread you can get your hands on, but this one just tastes really good. First, we're gonna butter the backs, and I know somebody's gonna comment, use mayo to butter your bread, the side that you toast. I've done it. I don't personally care for it. I like mayo, but I just didn't like the flavor. It did toast really nice, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't like the flavor. I prefer the flavor of butter on the toasted side. Once they're buttered, I flip them over, and this is where I put the mayo. Not a lot, just cover the bread lightly. Next is your cheese. I'm gonna be using a sharp cheddar, a thinly sliced sharp cheddar, but if you don't like sharp cheddar, you can probably get away with whatever you want. I bet you a Gouda would be good on it, or Havarti. So you're gonna want to just cover each slice. I always just break it down to get the sizes I need. You're gonna put cheese on all 4. Next is your apple. Just cover your bread. I always start with my full, bigger slices, and then I go back to like half slices and slide them in to fill in the holes. So like I said, 3 pieces of bacon per sandwich. I do 2 on one side and 1 on the other. So then when we put it together, you're gonna have 3 all on it. Because this is how I do it. It's just how I do it.
But why?
I don't know why.
What made you start doing 2 in 1?
I don't know. I just do. I don't know.
What would happen if you put?
I don't know, Travis, and I'm not changing it now because this is how I always make it.
Okay.
Now, another piece of cheese. Now we're gonna move them to the griddle. We're not gonna be closing them up to put them on the griddle. We're gonna actually cook them open face. The steam from the moisture in the apples is going to actually help them cook up and soften up and get the cheese all nice and melted before we put them together. So I'm covering mine with a 9x13 cake tin. This helps trap the steam and help the apples to cook and soften up. And I'm just gonna be watching for the cheese on top to look melted and then checking the color on the bread before I flip them together. Sometimes your bacons move. Shift them around a little bit, and then we're just gonna flip it over. Once I flip them over, I just leave them on for 2 minutes on each side, and then you can pull them off and cut them and serve them. Well, I hope you end up liking this recipe, and if you tend to change up your grilled cheese, let me know what you like to put on it. I'd love to try some new things. I'll talk to you guys next time.